Hey guys, and welcome back to the festival circuit. My name is Adam Nixon, and this is episode 7 or 8. I can't quite remember, but I am joined as always by my reliable co-host Ruben.
How are we, guys?
And I am very excited for this one. Today we are joined by Dave and Tom of the Royston Club. They make up two of a 4-piece indie band from Wrexham. How are you guys?
Very good, thank you. How are you doing?
Good,
yeah,
thank
not
you.
too bad, thank you. Not too bad. We appreciate you guys coming on, and look forward to chatting music and all sorts.
Yeah, sounds great.
Right, so I'm going to start off with an icebreaker. We do this with all the guests that we get on. I'm going to ask you both for your ideal festival, where you're going to have it, and your headliners. So you've got to pick 3 headliners for a festival you're going to make the Royston Club festival. So, Tom, hit us.
Put us on the spot.
Exactly.
With that one.
We don't make it easy.
Right, okay. I'm going. Shit, okay. I'm going to go the Strokes, the Beatles, and Arctic Monkeys. Wow. Yeah, that's my 3,
Mega.
I think. And we're just underneath.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Dave, who you got?
Yeah, I reckon that.
That's a very difficult choice.
You've had time to think.
I was going to say, no excuse.
I'd probably put maybe Queens of Stone Age on there. Arctic Monkeys as well. I feel like that'd just be too easy to not have on there.
The Royston Club.
Yeah, Royston Club. No, I'll change it and go Lorcana. I'll put one on there.
Ooh,
Well,
Decent.
Okay. Outside that. All right.
Mega.
I like it. I like it. So you guys have been very busy at the moment. Currently on tour. How's that been?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun to be fair. We're only like a week in, so yeah, pretty knackered at the moment. But yeah, it's awesome playing shows every night and stuff. It's kind of what we missed doing recently. So yeah, it's been great to be back on the road again.
Yeah, and obviously you guys had a few dates last year, but this is your biggest tour sort of yet. So what's the like, sort of the experience been like for you? I mean, for outsiders who aren't sort of in the music industry, it looks like the perfect lifestyle, but I'm sure it comes with its challenges as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Obviously, it's sort of sold as this yeah, the rock star thing, but in reality, when you're like a sort of small upcoming band, it's kind of furthest thing from it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sort of like monotonous days where you're sound checking, you're loading in, you carry all the bags and all that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
a lot of it's
But
very mundane, same thing every day, but like just traveling
Yeah.
in the van.
but obviously the gigs themselves are awesome. That's why we do it, because it's an hour of just dead good fun.
Are there any things you didn't expect along the way?
To be honest, I don't think we really
probably
knew what
just-
to expect. So
Yeah, probably just how much time you spend in green rooms, I reckon. And a lot of time just sitting, doing absolutely nothing. That's about it, really. Yeah, the rest of it's all sort of as you'd expect.
And
I guess.
in terms of this tour and the last tour, what's been like your favourite venue? Has there been any standout moments so far?
We've only done about 4 dates of this one. We loved them all, to be fair, but we played one in Birmingham on, I think it was on Wednesday, which is really good fun. Really cool little venue called Mama Rouge. Yeah, and we played Birmingham before, and it wasn't quite as much fun, so we didn't really know what to expect this time. But yeah, crowd are amazing. Really cool little venue. So I'd say that was our favourite one. so far,
I came and saw you guys in October last year at the Grace, which was first time I've ever been to that venue. It was a really cool little venue, and you guys a few days ago played the like venue downstairs. So how was that?
We did, yeah. That was really good fun, actually. Yeah, we didn't really know what to expect with because obviously it's quite a big jump size wise. I think the Grace is like 100 and the Garage is like 600, so we didn't really know what to expect. But the venue's awesome and the crowd really got into it, so it was a dead good night, actually. Yeah.
So before we get into the future and obviously the plans that you've got going forward, let's look back and what's the backstory behind the Royston Club? How did it start?
just a bit.
Do you want to say something, Dave?
Well, me, Tom, and Ben were all at school together, like 2 minutes up the road from where we live. So then we've been mates for like probably getting on like 10 years now. But we just started like jamming out in my garage, and then sort of decided. I think Ben brought Shawshank in. I was like, do you want to try playing like one of our own that we've written or something? And we really liked it, so we were like, we got to get a drummer on this, get it recorded, do a couple of gigs, and then just sort of took it from there, really.
And
Yeah.
was it always your plan? Did you always dream of being in music and playing live music?
I personally wouldn't say I did until we first started practicing together, I think. And then I thought, yeah, this is really cool. We did like a open mic night in Wrexham in front of literally like 6 people. And I walked off thinking I was Liam Gallagher. Literally. There was no one there, but
Yeah.
proper got a bit of a buzz out of it. So I'd say from then I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I could do that.
And we did a little bit of digging. Dave, when you guys started off, did you climb Kilimanjaro?
Yeah, I think actually I got the poster behind me. Yeah, that was in 2019. Me and my family went.
What was that like?
It was mad. It was sort of because we did a load of training beforehand because you meant to like train yourself to deal with the altitude. So when we actually got there, it was sort of you just feel like really short of breath all the way up, and you'll see like people just stopping midway and just throwing up, like when you're walking past them.
Oh my god.
But I think for me it was pretty sound. It was just a lot of fun, really.
And for someone like me who's never done anything or thought about doing anything like that, why?
Yeah,
Why not? We
Fair enough.
We raised a bit of money for charity, so I think that was one of the main things behind it. And we just thought, it was like one of the last times that me and my brothers were all at home together, so we just thought do a fat family holiday.
Sounds great.
That's brilliant. Yeah, that does. Sounds good fun. So yeah, I mean, your guys' trajectory so far has been really, really good. Like you're playing all sorts of gigs and obviously going on this tour. I mean, it must be almost like sometimes a pinch me moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's really nice to see that. Just see that people come into your shows because obviously you can never really take that for granted. We've done loads and loads of gigs in front of, like I said, handful of people, and we know the whole crowd. Mums and dads and all that sort of stuff. To have people come into your gigs where you don't know who they are and they're just random people is still it's always a pretty cool thing to be there.
And for you guys, obviously, I mean, I'm more than confident that you guys are going to be easily a staple in sort of British indie music. So what's the inspiration behind doing some of the music, and who is it that you look up to, so to speak?
I don't know, we've all got very sort of like similar main influences that we all sort of draw from, like the sort of bands I listed before, like the Strokes, Arctic Monkeys, Smiths, all like your classic indie sort of indie bands. But then we all pull from like little other places as well. So our drummer Sammy loves sort of loads of different rap and stuff like that. And Dave likes his pop punk
Who
as well.
doesn't?
So it's
Don't try and make me seem that other weird one, Tom.
slightly. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's basically everyone likes it except for me. But we all have slightly different influences, which is quite nice when you're trying to do tunes and that, because you can draw from different things as well.
So I look forward to a rap track one day.
Yeah, it won't be me on it, that's for sure. But
Yeah, I think Cold Sweats is probably as close as you're going to get to rap for us.
yeah. That's about
And
close,
I mean, there's so many bands like similar to yourself that are so. I mean, it's such an exciting time for music at the moment. Is there any other bands sort of like that you keep your eye on? Sort of up and coming like yourselves.
I'm trying to think now. Yeah, there's loads to be fair. There's not a huge amount I can think of off the top of my head. There's a band we're playing with in Manchester called Stanley's,
Yes.
who are really cool, a little indie band just like us. And then there's loads of people you just sort of meet like doing various little gigs and stuff that you may not have heard their stuff before, but after a few songs, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I
they're
saw the
pretty good.
Stanleys. I know you guys did a few of the dates as well when you supported the Lathams, and Stanley. I went to the
Yeah.
Southampton gig for that, and Stanley supported them there.
Oh, did they? What was that like?
Yeah, really, really cool. I mean, it was incredible. Like Lathams are one of my favourite bands at the moment, and
Yeah.
it was such a small, intimate gig, and like literally, you grab a drink and then you come out and you're right at the front, and it was so sick. It was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're quite mad gigs like that, aren't they? Especially when you see sort of like how well the Lathams are doing at the moment.
So the EP that you guys released back in October, Lying Here, Wasting Away, have you got like any stories behind some of the songs? Obviously, like the poetry almost of Infatuated, like is a really interesting song, and when I saw it live, it was just like it blew me away a little bit. But what's the story, I guess, behind some of the songs on the record?
I don't know. I think Ben might have most of that knowledge.
Yeah, I can't take credit for much of that, to be fair, because our main songwriter is actually not on this call. But
It was all you,
so
yeah.
I'm not going to. It's not me. I'm not going to go putting words in his mouth about what they're all about and stuff. But it was quite interesting with Infatuated, because obviously we didn't really know where it was going to go, and we'd never done a song like that or anything before. So we sort of swapped roles really. Instead of me doing the singing and all that sort of stuff, Ben does all the speaking part and I do the choruses. So that was quite a weird experience. Then I played sort of lead guitar bit over the top of it. So it was quite nice having a song like that where we could sort of roles reversed.
And what sort of listening experience did you want to... Because I'm guessing when you're writing an EP, you kind of are wanting to tell a story in terms of the music and taking people on a journey. What kind of was your goal for that?
I don't know really. I think like whenever we sort of like Ben obviously writes most of the songs and then we'll develop them all together. I think whenever we do it, we just sort of look to get the best out of each tune and then just sort of run with it. I don't know if any of us would really say that we're particularly good storytellers or anything like that. I don't know.
I think just trying to get, so long as sort of people can relate to it in any way, shape or form. Obviously, we just come out of lockdown, and I know that was a big thing for a lot of bands. But just having that sort of slightly relatable, all going through a shit time, that kind of stuff, was quite big at the time, and I think probably played a bit of a part in.
Yeah. Talking about lockdown, what was your experience in terms of coming out of that and starting to play gigs again post-COVID? Was that a good experience? I guess it was kind of relieving to be able to get back.
It was pretty amazing. Before lockdown, we hadn't actually played that many gigs as a band. We'd done probably, I'd say less than like 15 gigs, something like that. So coming out of it and all of a sudden having this sort of weekly stuff we could be doing and meeting loads, practicing loads, and it was pretty amazing to be fair. Because obviously for everyone it had been such a long time.
Yeah.
It was like a year.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a weird time. And we spoke to the Hara previously. They came on our podcast and they said that, you know, over lockdown, I mean, if it wasn't for stuff like TikTok and social media, they just felt like they weren't even like a band anymore. Like they were like the thing you're excited about is playing gigs, and they just couldn't do that. Yeah,
it's exactly the same. You just you tell yourself you're in a band, but you never meet, never gig, never. So what are you doing really? But so yeah, it was nice to come out of that and start to get booking stuff again and start playing gigs and writing tunes together. So no, it was nice.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky with the timing of our first tour as well, because it was like in between the first lockdown ending and then the next one starting up again. So just as we finished, like we pretty much wrapped up the tour. So it was pretty lucky for us.
So what your guys finishing your tour in Bedford on the 2nd of June? I'm guessing it's going to be quite a quick turnaround for festival season then for you guys. You've got a lot of stuff coming up. What are you? Can you tell us, guys? What kind of some of the festivals you're playing this summer?
We've got a few actually. Quite a lot of them are in this month. So we've got. I got my phone here actually. We've just done Sound City with Liverpool, which was dead good fun, and Focus Wales, and then we've got Neighbourhood Festival coming up.
Yeah.
If you heard that one, and then the Great Escape as well, and then a few just sort of like other, not sort of massive festivals, but ones we're really happy with because we've got dead good lineups. So like. I don't know if you've heard of like Neck of the Woods. It's a new one, which should be decent. And then live at Leeds. Yeah, that's Norwich. Yeah, and then live at Leeds as well, which should be good. Yeah. And then we're sort of still in the process of booking ones a little bit further on for festival seasons. So we got a few others coming in.
Yeah, well, you said
so crossing our fingers and hoping.
Yeah. Well, you said there about look forward to because the other lineups. Do you when you after your set? I mean, do you go and try and catch other people at other acts on the bill?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's quite nice being in a place where you're sort of playing festivals with bands that you love. So there's a few ones that we're playing at where I know for a fact as soon as we're done, I'm gonna go watch the rest of the afternoon set with loads of other really cool bands. So yeah, it's quite nice.
And so you say you've got a few in the pipeline. Have you got any teasers for us? Have you got anything that's?
There's nothing concrete. There's ones we're trying to get at the moment. Obviously the classics that everyone wants to be a part of and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know how far along we are with any of it. But...
We have you on the main stage at Glasgow, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one. Just full McCartney.
Are there like when you see other like these sort of festivals that you allude to? I mean, is it a case of you wanting to like? You see a festival and you try sort of to get on it, or do you wait for the phone call? Or
we have a really good agent who does all that sort of stuff. But I obviously he knows a lot more than I do. But every time I see a festival that looks good, I still send it to our manager, even though I'm sure he's like
probably 2 weeks ahead of it already.
He's probably just thinking, I don't know why this guy's sending me this, but yeah, I still do that anyway. To be fair, just because it can't hurt, I guess.
Well, in terms of sort of future plans, obviously, you said about playing these festivals and tour. I mean, what guys are sort of what are in the pipeline? I assume you have like sort of your debut album and LP coming as well.
Yeah, I'd say that's the next big thing we want to be doing. We're not at a stage where we can like sort of start
No,
announcing
of
stuff
course.
like that. But we're trying to we're trying to get that done. I think after tour we want to have a bit of time to write and stuff like that.
Yeah, I suppose at the moment you're just so focused on this tour and stuff, and obviously you're enjoying it so much, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a little bit. You don't get a load of time to obviously just practice at our rehearsal space, so you're on the road the whole time. So there's no time for new stuff really. It's just trying to nail the set and that.
Yeah.
But
I think we've jammed
yeah,
out
after
a couple of
after this month.
new riffs, like just while we're sound checking, and you think, oh, that sounds really sick, but like you don't know if you even remember it like 2 weeks later or something. So it'd be nice to knuckle down after tour.
And
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you've had such a successful. I mean, especially after lockdown easing, it's been successful for you guys. Where do you see yourself in sort of like those 5 years time? I know it's one of those
I've got
questions.
no
It's one of
idea,
them.
to be
It's one of them basic questions. But
Yeah, hopefully having had some albums that everyone can get behind, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Touring
don't
the
know
world.
about like success-wise or anything. I don't want to go calling stuff like that, but yeah, hopefully just still releasing tunes that people are really into.
well, yeah,
And
yeah, of
gigs.
course. Well, you said earlier about it being relatable. I mean, it clearly is because people are coming to see you. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not failing, are
Yeah.
you?
Not yet. No. Yeah, fingers crossed it stays like that. Give it
So
time. Who
we
knows?
talk about the music. Where can people find your music, Jono? This is a time to plug. Just kind of talk away.
Time to plug, right? Okay.
Everywhere really. Spotify.
Yeah. Any main streaming
Yeah.
service, anything like that. We're on. Yeah, anything.
And
to
people
be fair.
go buy tickets to the last few. Well,
Yeah,
second half,
yeah, we've still
yeah.
got most of our tour coming up, so can buy any tickets for our tour on our website or anything like that.
Bang in.
And we'd love to have you there.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. We didn't want to take too much of your time, but it was just great to get an insight as to, you guys as a band, and we really appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
no,
having us
thanks
on.
for
No
having us
worries
on.
at all. We'll let you know when it's gone up, and you can have a listen and so on.
Love it.
Lovely.
Cheers,
Ideal.
lads.
Thanks,
Thank you very
guys.
much.
All right.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening, guys. Take
See
care.
you
See you later.